Greetings and congratulations to everyone attending this 60th Annual District 5 Conference. I'm sorry I cannot join you in person, but other obligations of the union require my attention. I first want to recognize and thank Director Dominic Lemieux for his dedication to the labor movement and for his participation in council on the International Executive Board. These gatherings are invaluable for learning from one another, strengthening our unity, and continuing to fight for fair contracts and strong communities. Our union remains strong and resilient. We face ever-changing challenges, but we must remember to remain focused on the future and the well-being of our members. Whether at the bargaining table or through our political and legislative actions, or in making a positive difference in the many communities throughout North America, no one person does it alone. We succeed because of our solidarity, our determination, and our unity. Our first priority is to always achieve good contracts for our members and never lose sight that much of our power and leverage at the bargaining table increases because of the diversity of our workplaces and because of the diversity, background, and experience of our members we represent. Many of you have been on the front lines of tough contract negotiations, achieving victories that benefit both workers and their families. Earlier this year, after a tough contract fight, over 200 members of Local 6254 secured an outstanding contract, winning a remarkable 32% wage increase over the 5-year agreement. More than 400 members of Local 9344 at Rio Tinto's Quebec North Shore and Labrador Railway and IOC port operations successfully fought for a contract addressing inflation. The agreement includes an 8.9% wage increase in the first year, followed by nearly 5% in additional increases over the next 2 years, alongside a boosted flexibility bonus. These victories demonstrate the strength of your commitment and the power of collective bargaining. I'm also incredibly proud of the work you've done to advance core values of our union across District 5. Key issues at the forefront: pay equity, which is a fundamental human right. Pay equity ensures equal pay for work of equal value. The Federal Pay Equity Act, enacted in 2021, after decades of advocacy by labor organizations like the USW, is a critical step in closing the gender pay gap. District 5 steelworkers are now leading the charge to ensure the law is fully enforced. Veterans of Steel. Your Veterans of Steel Committee are championing the needs of veterans within the labor movement, driving meaningful change to better serve those who served our countries. Next Generation Committees. Our Next Generation Committees continue to foster the growth of new activists, ensuring that our union remains strong and vibrant for generations to come. Your hard work extends far beyond individual contracts. USW members in District 5 are at the heart of many of our union's key battles across Canada, supporting Starbucks workers in their efforts to unionize, advocating for anti-scab legislation, raising the bar on women's health and safety in the workplace. We're negotiating worker-centered trade agreements with strong labor provisions that are aimed to prevent a corporate race to the bottom by stopping unfairly traded goods from entering the Canadian markets. We're working to implement anti-circumvention measures on Canadian products, including more resources for the Canadian Border Service agencies related to inspections. Improved identification of the country of origin for consideration of the use of tariffs on steel and aluminum from China and other countries that violate the trade laws and abuse acceptable trade practices. We need to bolster domestic manufacturing by ensuring that we use Canadian-made, low-carbon products in public infrastructure projects at the federal and provincial levels. We must work hard to resolve the softwood lumber dispute. We must develop and implement a critical mineral strategy to tie resource extraction to the needs of the clean economy and that recognizes the rights of Indigenous people. There is still much to do, and we will need your continued leadership and activism to tackle the challenges ahead. Thank you for the work you do every day. Your dedication strengthens our union. It also sets a powerful example for others to follow. So in closing, let me again say that we must always remain focused and dedicated to our members, our goals, and our values. If it were not for what we do together, who would we rely upon to defend us, our families, and our coworkers. I believe that our goals are always achievable because every time that we've been challenged, USW members have answered the call. No matter how powerful our foes, when we march together on the side of fairness and justice against inequality in its many forms, we can be confident that our solidarity and determination will prevail because we've proven that we can succeed when we are united. Thank you, and solidarité.